Welcome to the new edition of Wilkins Wired. As usual, I'm Andrew Wilkins, and I'm here because I love to share information. We follow the three-component framework leadership model, as always. We have our three components: instruction, management, and learning supports. Again, Meredith Seberg runs instruction. Learning supports is Tracy Kummerfelt. Management is myself. So a couple things we have going on. The WBLT is scheduled for Wednesday, October 18th at 8 a.m. I know that's a conference date, so I'm looking at some alternatives for that. Good news, we will soon have a new health associate. Her name is Melanie Boudreau, so we will see her doing some training hopefully this next week coming up. We've hired an LCR for Heidi Agee. Her name is Laura Franklin. She will be in the building on Monday, and she will work with Heidi for 2 days before taking over the reins on Wednesday. Third grade, we hired an LCR for Serena and her maternity leave. Her name is Sarah Scherter, and she will be hopefully around to sub for Emily Vlassen when she is out around MEA. Also, please join me in welcoming all these new members to the Washburn family. I think they'll be great additions, and it'll also be nice to head into the season with full staff, and also the opportunity for Heidi to move on to her new position within the building. Contacting parents, one thing I wanted to remind everybody is conferences are coming up, and there may be some tougher conversations going on, or the need to have tougher conversations, and it's a little bit easier to have those conversations if they've been preceded by some positive conversations. So we've got a little bit of time here leading up, so if you have some concerns, then maybe you would like to reach out ahead of time with some positive news as well. So keep that in mind. Some news from learning supports. Again, now that we have a new person to take Heidi's place, she can officially begin her new role. We'll get more details out to the staff after we solidify a few things between the buildings later in the week on what that exactly will look like. One thing you can look forward to is some direct observations in the classrooms of the students, so that Heidi can get a feel for who the students are and where they are, and maybe some of what those needs are. Also, the A team, which also could be known as the attendance team or the SAT team, has been meeting. Peggy will be getting information out to you before conferences to share with parents. We have a 3-tier approach planned. Tier 1 will be for most students and will include just some sharing of general information of where families and students should be as far as attendance goes to be on track for a good year. Yellow areas where there might be concern, and red where there is high concern. Tier 2 will focus more on specific number of absences based on attendance so far and the effects of those, and that'll be something that will actually go home with the parents. And then Tier 3 will be me coming to your conference with a contract. And if that's happening, you'll be notified ahead of time. It won't be a surprise. Conferences should be all ready to go at this point. PTA will be serving a meal on Tuesday night, so plan accordingly. Wednesday you'll be on your own, but Tuesday night they have something planned, so enjoy. Outdoor classroom, lots of stuff always going on there behind the scenes, but one thing I know that they will be talking about here in the near future is their salsa event, and they call it the second annual. We're going to do it during the school day, and I don't know exactly what that'll look like yet, but it's planned, will be planned to be done during the day, as opposed to in the past We did it during one of our family engagement nights. So a little bit of a different feel, but the end result will be the same, where we're using our crops to produce salsa so that everybody can enjoy those. So thanks again to the OC. PBIS, we met on Wednesday and had some great discussions about bear prides and other topics of interest. Again, it's not too late to join in. If you have a specific thought or feeling, or just want to hear what's going on, come on out and join us for those meetings. Quiet room. I've heard a few comments about the quiet room, and we've been working on those, and hopefully those situations are being taken care of. I want to continue those talks to keep things headed in the right direction. After spending 3 hours manning the post today, I have a few suggestions of my own. Thanks for your patience and willingness to make it work. But after today, I can say with 100% certainty that we do need a quiet room. So making it work for everybody is a priority. Equity team, just a reminder, the first meeting will be on Tuesday, October 10th at 8 a.m. Again, thanks to Amanda and Rachel for getting this going. Everyone's invited, so please come out and join the important conversation. And future meetings will be the second Tuesday of every month. Lit Drop. The referendum team needs your help, so please sign up to help deliver literature on October 14th or 28th. I would also ask that you help recruit some parent volunteers. Many hands will make light work. Later in the week, if our numbers are not up, I may start begging some people, so please save me the embarrassment of coming around. But this is really a big deal at this time and point. We all know what will happen if the referendum would fail to pass, and so we need to make a good effort to do our part to get information out to people about the referendum so that they can make a good choice on their own. But we need to really push it. If we get everything done on the 14th, we will not need help on the 28th. My goal is to be done on the 14th. So please feel free to bring family, friends, your dog, whoever, and let's get this done. Shout outs, kind of a large group shout out, a team effort today. We did have to call the ambulance. Most people didn't even know what happened, but we had a little student from the Strive program that had an allergic reaction on her way to school this morning, and a multitude of people stepped in, and everything went seamless. So in large part to a student that rides the bus saying that the student didn't look well, Josh for alerting staff, Kim for riding along down to the hospital, Helen for having all the information on hand and ready to go, so there wasn't wasted time looking for stuff. Susan for making the calls, keeping everybody cool, calm, and collected. And all this happened when we had a sub nurse in, and the sub nurse did a phenomenal job as well. So a situation with potential for a lot to go wrong, and everything went right. So thank you to all of you, and if anybody else helped that I didn't mention, I apologize for that. And but it was great. Thanks for a great week. It's raining out. It's about 4:33, and it's homecoming down in New Prague, so I am off to see what my children have planned for this evening. So thank you for a great week. Thanks for all of your help, and I look forward to another week ahead.